Are you in a relationship with a woman, but you're scared she might leave you anytime? Do you want to learn how to make her never want to leave you because you're scared of being alone? If you are, then that's perfectly fine. It's a normal fear to have. It's normal because we have a brain that's hardwired to achieve two goals. First, to survive, and second, to keep the species going. So when you get a girlfriend, your mind by default tells you, this is important, keep her close, don't screw up. So if you're having these fears right now, it simply means you're biochemically healthy. So that's a good thing. However, here's what's not good about it. It's a fear. And you can't lead a relationship from a place of fear. If you do, then she will leave you at some point because one of her deepest needs is security. And if she senses your fear, she's going to feel insecure. So you need to override this fear somehow. And that's what this video will show you how to do. If you want to make your woman to never leave you, then you need to do two things. And these two things may surprise you because they're not what you think they are. I'll tell you what they are in just a bit. Right now, take a few seconds to scroll down and click the like button below. Go ahead, give this video a like because you're about to learn how to make sure she never ever leaves you no matter what. Ready to find out what those two things are? Then click like now and I will tell you about those two things. Done? Fantastic. Now here's the first part of how to make her never want to leave you. The first half of the equation is called the emotional high. This simply means that you need to make her feel happy, thrilled, hopeful, all those good feelings. Makes sense, right? A woman will stay with you if being with you means a huge improvement in the quality of her life. So you do all the good things good boyfriends do. You take her on dates twice a week. You also lead the relationship with strength, generosity, and a clear direction. And you make it a point to listen to her and engage her in conversation. And you might also show her some affection every now and then. You get the idea. This is the emotional high part of the equation. When she thinks of you, she must feel these good, positive emotions. That way, she'll have a good reason to stay with you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You may have had a relationship in the past where this was exactly what you did. You flooded her with positive emotions. You might have treated her as a top priority in your life. Or you might have put her happiness above your own. Or you might have gone broke buying her expensive gifts and taking her on fancy dates. And so on and so forth. But in the end, she still started taking you for granted. She stopped appreciating you and started criticizing you. And the relationship became a pain in the neck for you. If that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. It happens to millions of loyal, kind-hearted men like you. The obvious question is this: why does that happen? Shouldn't women appreciate it when we treat them like queens? The answer is yes, but only if you have the second half of the equation, and I'll reveal it to you in just a bit. For now, keep this in mind. It's not enough to give your woman the emotional high. In fact, if you give her emotional highs only, it might actually ruin your relationship. Why? If you've ever heard of the phrase, familiarity breeds contempt, that's what will happen. She'll simply get used to the emotional highs you give her that it all becomes too predictable. And so she gets bored, then annoyed. And then she starts feeling contempt towards you. It's precisely how a queen would feel towards a slave. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you only give her emotional highs, then she'll feel like a queen ordering a slave around. And that's a relationship that's not going to last. Or at least, not without the second half of the equation. When you have a second half of the equation in place, then she'll still feel like a queen. The only difference is this: she will not see you as a slave. Instead, she'll see you as her king, and she'll treat you with respect, honor, and admiration. So what's this second half of the equation? Before I tell you what it is, take a quick moment to click the subscribe button below. Go ahead, subscribe to this channel now. After you do, I'll show you the second half of the equation. Then you'll have everything you need to make sure she'll never want to leave you, ever. Okay? Click subscribe now. I'll wait right here. Have you subscribed? Awesome. Now here's the second element. The second half of the equation is, you guessed it, the emotional low. And as you might guess, it's the exact opposite of the emotional high. With the emotional low, you purposely inflict emotional pain and stress on your woman. For example, you might refuse to give in to one of her demands, or you might not back down from an argument with her, or you could refuse to apologize for something wrong you did, Or you might even just disappear for a few days with no contact with her. You get the idea. You don't hurt her physically, I'm against that, but you do hurt her emotionally. That's the essence of the emotional low. Now, you might be asking, now why in the world would I want to hurt my woman? That's crazy. Well, I agree that it's crazy if hurting your woman was the only thing you did, and that's not what I'm suggesting. Instead, there are two halves to this equation. You're supposed to use the emotional high and the emotional low together. Here are a few examples. First, you give her an emotional low by teasing her relentlessly. Then you give her an emotional high by hugging her. Or you can give her an emotional low by arguing with her, and then you give her an emotional high by spoiling her after she apologizes. Or you can give her an emotional high first, such as by taking her to dinner at the restaurant where you first met. And then, you give her an emotional low by disappearing for 3 days with no contact. Do you see how it works? It's like an emotional roller coaster. And that's the secret. Emotional roller coasters have a proven, irresistible effect on the female minds. Emotional roller coasters make women feel addicted to the source. It's the same addiction you'd feel to, say, an addictive TV show. It's all because of the emotional roller coasters that TV show takes you on. It's also the same addiction she would feel to, say, her favorite erotic novels. It's all about the emotional roller coasters. Same goes for alcohol, drugs, shopping, and erotica. It's the emotional roller coasters. Now imagine if she could feel the same kind of addiction towards you. What if you could make her more addicted to you than to her favorite erotic novels, or shopping, or to anything else? Guess what? That's exactly what putting her on emotional highs and emotional lows will do. Get her totally, completely addicted to you. If you ask me, there's no better way to make her never want to leave you than that. Makes sense, right? So that's my sage advice to you. If you want her never to leave you, then take her on emotional roller coasters early and often. She'll never want to get off your ride. Now here's the thing. The technique you just learned in this video isn't actually mine. Instead, it was taught to me by my friend and mentor, Derek Rake. Derek Rake is the world's top authority on the use of mind control in the realm of dating. Mind control is the science that doctors use to cure depression, phobias, and trauma. And it's the same kind that Derek teaches his students to use on their women. And the emotional roller coaster technique you just learned actually has a proper name. Its proper scientific name is fractionation. And it's pretty much the most powerful mind control technique out there. If you only have the time to learn just one mind control technique in your life, it would have to be fractionation, hands down. Nothing else will be nearly as useful for your relationship. After all, it's powerful enough to make a woman addicted to you. The little things, like keeping her happy, become super easy when you have that power. And guess what? That power can be yours today. Here's what I'm about to do for you. In just a moment, a link will come up inside this video. That link will take you to an online masterclass on mind control. It will teach you everything you need to know about the fractionation technique. After you attend the masterclass, you'll know all about fractionation and how to use it today. So if you want to learn more about getting your woman addicted to you, so that not only will she never leave you, but she'll also treat you like a king for the rest of your lives together, then this is the place to go. Go ahead, click the link and sign up for Derek's online masterclass now. Do it. Click the link.